Okay, so I don't know how this happened. Like, my video had like 100 views on it, and in like 24 hours it jumped to like 1,000. And I wake up this morning, I check, it has 1.4 thousand views. I have like 90 something subscribers now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Um, but I guess thank you for everybody who watched, for everyone who subscribed. It means a lot. It's great. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep posting my videos and doing what I've been doing. Um, but yeah, I guess just thank you. Okay, so I was going through different like forums and stuff like that, and I saw a question that someone asked, saying, "How do I know like my team members won't steal my clients and things like that?" So I'll kind of get into what I do to prevent that from happening to me. So in this video, I'm gonna talk while eating because I have to eat. I have something to do after this, and I won't have time to kind of record uh, after that. So sorry if this bothers anybody, but I pretty much have no other choice. But yeah, this is what I'm eating. See some ribs, some mac and cheese. Got my sauces. Okay, so this was something that I was concerned with as well. Like, what do I do if, the person I hire for my agency starts, getting in contact with my clients and then, convincing them to just leave me and then the clients just work with my team members directly. So there are a couple things that I did to try and prevent this from happening. And throughout the 11 months that I've been running my own agency, this has never happened to me before. So a team member has never stolen any one of my clients. And these are kind of the things that I did to prevent that. Okay, so the first thing that I did to kind of prevent this from happening is I kept all chats separate. So I had two separate communication channels where I had one where it was just me and the client, and then another channel where it's me and the freelancer. And so what I did was, whenever the client would send a message, say, hey, we need this work done or whatever, I would copy and paste that message and then put it into the freelancer channel and say, or tell the freelancer or my team member, say, hey, this is what the client sent. Can you work on this, whatever? And then whenever the freelancer would respond, I would take their message, copy and paste it, give it back to the client. And I was just kind of like that guy in the middle who's just sending these messages back and forth to each other. They're pretty much talking to each other, but they're not directly talking to each other. I'm taking their messages and then like just sending it to the other person, taking the other person's message, sending it back. Um, so the downside to this is, I guess it takes more work on your end, but I guess you can say it does prevent your team member or your freelancer from taking your clients. This can be something you can do if you're just starting out, and I guess you don't have that trust with your freelancer yet. This is a method you can do. It does take more work, but it does prevent this situation from happening. Just don't even give your team member or your freelancer the client's contact information. Don't put them in the same channel. Don't even give them the opportunity to, I guess, take your clients. So another thing that I do to kind of prevent this from happening is to just give my freelancers as much work as they can handle and give them as many clients as I can possibly give them. If you give your freelancer like multiple clients and a lot of work, they're less likely to, I guess, stab you in the back, because if they risk doing it with just one client, that can jeopardize the whole relationship if they get caught, I guess. Like, if you're a freelancer and you're working with an agency that's giving you like 5 different clients, um, you're not going to try and jeopardize that, trying to reach out to every single client. Because if all it takes is just one client to just go, no, I don't want to work just with you, I want to work through this agency, and then they tell the agency owner, and then the agency owner finds out, and then you're fired and you just lost 5 clients just because you're trying to scrape, some extra $100 a month. It's just not worth it. So for me, what I like to do is make sure that my freelancers have enough work. That way they don't really think about trying to leave me to work directly with the client. Like, why would they? So the last piece of advice that I can give you is to just be honest. Like, don't be cheap. You're trying to build a relationship with your freelancer, that you want them to become, your team members, your partner. This is a long-term thing. a long-term relationship that you want to build, like don't cheap out, and the freelancer will appreciate it. Again, be honest. You need to tell them up front that you're running an agency. If you're putting your freelancer in the same chat as your client, you need to let them know ahead of time to not discuss anything related to price, not mention, costs or fees or anything like that. If a client ever reaches out to them directly, tell them to, say, or, let me know, or let the client know that this kind of stuff you talk directly with Thomas, whatever. And if you're good to your freelancers, like, they'll be good to you. Like, they have no reason not to. I'll give you an example. So I had a client who wanted to do like a 2-week trial, and they paid me up front for it. And so I went to one of my freelancers and gave them all the client details. They got started on the work, and they completed the work. Everything was good. They sent it over to me. I sent the work over to the client. And then after the client received the work, they said, I guess it wasn't up to par with what they thought it would be, and they requested a full refund. Even though we did all the work, and all that, they asked for. They didn't ask for any revisions or anything like that. They just wanted a full refund. And so I had to give them, or the client, a full refund. And I still ended up paying my freelancer. So what a lot of people would have done, I think, is go to the freelancer and say, hey, the client requested a refund, so I'm not going to pay you for the work. But don't do that. I guess maybe unless you don't have any money or you're tight on the dollars. But even then, try your best to pay your freelancers and develop that relationship. That's what you want to do, is develop a good partnership, a good relationship with your freelancer. This is not just a one-off project. You're building a team, you're building an agency, you're building a company. You need to have good team members around you, and to do that, you need to be good to them as well. So yeah, that's all for this video. I made it short, and to the point on purpose, because I got things to do and I have to eat. But yeah, again, thanks to everybody for watching my videos and subscribing. I'm at like 93 subscribers, I think. It's I don't know what happened. I was just checking my phone, and I just kept receiving notifications from comments, people who subscribed, Instagram DMs. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I appreciate it. All I'm doing is just sharing my journey, some tips, advice that I have as an entrepreneur. I'm gonna continue to keep making videos. So yeah, thanks for watching.